Last episode, we won our 6th straight game to start year number 10, folks. And Jesse Wagner is having an incredible year compared to his previous 3. He is part of the reason that we have not lost a game so far this year. But here in week 10, we got to face the Washington Commanders. Before we get into that game, we have 2 sim games, including this one against the Seahawks, which we took 17-14, a very close win, but we're still undefeated with win number 7 right here. Wagner, 2 touchdowns, no INTs. Pollard, no turnovers. He scores twice, once on the ground and once through the air. Really not a good day on the ground for us, with only 2.1 per carry for Demarius Allen, but as usual, Trevor Offord puts together 100 plus yards and another touchdown. And BJ Traynor actually got involved here with a touchdown plus around 40-ish yards. A sack from Brian Stewart in this game. And no turnovers for either team in this one. But our kicker does once again stay perfect. He's been great all year long. But out of this game, and Warren Terry's injury last game, we have 3 starters out going into our next game against the Niners. But we avoid a loss here, winning 28-23, a 5-point win. Jesse Wagner, 4 more touchdowns, no INTs, a rating of 145, back-to-back really clean performances. If he's not going to throw any picks right now, it's going to be hard for us to lose a game, especially against a team that's not even at 500 or above it. This was a 2-5 or 2-6 team coming in, and they're going to leave with 1 more loss under their belt. Trevor Offord, 2 more touchdowns. BJ Traynor, 2 straight games scoring. I'm not used to seeing that. But Tremaine Kennedy gets a sack. Carl Graham picks up another half sack. And Glenn Douglas has yet to miss a kick all year long. But now we've got another injury. Trevor Offord out for 6 weeks with a partial MCL tear. They're all piling up right now, and they're all coming at the same exact time. We do have a breakout chance, though, for Jesse Wagner. If he throws 4 touchdowns, or 400 plus yards, and 1 or fewer picks, he will go up to X Factor. We saw this happen with Trevor Offord, but we have another injury. Now it's Martez Calla, who was the next man up in the wide receiver rotation. And now it's going to be Denard McCollum instead. 5 injuries, and that's pretty much 5 starters going into this game against the Commanders, who are 4-5. They're not a good team. Hopefully Jesse Wagner here today can step up, because he has not thrown a pick since week 2, and his ratings are all going up. The attributes are growing. He is really coming to his own this year. He has been way better than any previous season. Can he keep it going here today? Can he lead us to another win to stay undefeated? Let's find out. We're going back home in SoFi against the sub-500 Commanders. They have not been good this year. Their quarterback has not taken care of the football. He's thrown 8 interceptions this season to only 12 touchdowns. We got to win this game without 5 different starters. 3 on defense, or 3 on offense, 2 on defense. We're going to start with the football. Out comes the offense and Jesse Wagner, QB1 on the final year of his rookie contract. First play, it's dumped off for David Jackson. So this will be our first look at what the offense could potentially look like in the future with no Trevor Offord on this team. And that's going to be the case for pretty much the rest of the regular season until about week 17, week 18. And of course, they're missing no key players here in this one, but we of course are missing several. And it's apparent here on the first drive. 3 and out. Enrique Phillips gets the sack. So Juan Cabrera and the Commanders take over from their 41-yard line. Really good starting field position here on their first possession. But Cabrera misses Weathersby wide open. That would have been maybe a touchdown if he connects on that pass. Going to go on the ground and breaking a tackle. It's Barry on the ground. He's been a workhorse for them all year long. He gets plenty of carries per game. They go to Gordon Hoover, a former Chicago Bear, on this first down reception. He played with Damon Craig when he was in Chicago, but now Bradley Lynch in the backfield for a loss of 1. They're going to throw it on second down. Right side, and it's complete. The tight end gets across the line to gain. Pollard turns upfield and makes a nice play with his legs. But Levy's in the backfield this time. Joel Berry tackled for a 1-yard loss. From the 32, back to Pollard, once again turning upfield and reaching for yardage. Only a yard shy. And they give it to Berry on the ground. He's got the first. So red zone offense now for Washington. Trying to open the scoring here in this game. And the Weathersby just straight dropped it. Lucky break for our defense. Pitch out and going backward. It's Berry. Carlos Ruiz this time with the TFL. And they're going to keep it on the ground. Very conservative call here. Patterson comes in for the run. He's their kick and punt returner. And they will settle for a 3-point field goal. They're on the board and in the lead. Second drive for the Rams. They bring 5. Jackson, 3 more yards through the air. Hoping for him to play like a number 1 receiver should here in this game if he can. Then I'm not going to worry too much about losing Trevor Offord, because we do have to accept that he probably will take an offer from some other team that has, or that he has more interest in, because he declined a massive offer from us. So we got to prepare for a life without him. Up to the 50-yard line. First and 10. Wagner on the outside to Stoudemire, who hauls it in. First down Rams. Now we are within field goal range for Glenn Douglas. Another catch for Stoudemire here. Brings up second down as we approach the end of this first quarter. Very quick quarter so far after that long drive by the Commanders. We got 3rd and 6, trying to keep this drive alive. Wagner complete, and David Jackson had just enough to move the chains. Potential last play of the quarter. It is caught by Parson, a short 3-yard gain. Inbounds, and that will close this first quarter. Commanders in front, Rams driving. From the 21-yard line, you're in the second quarter. Achane goes out wide. We're going to throw it up the seam. It's hauled in. Stoudemire already heavily involved here in the first quarter. Did not have a whole lot to do in our last game, but he's getting some nice targets here. Demarius Allen comes in. He's tackled just inside the 1. Knocking on the door. Looking end zone. Incomplete for Parson. It's knocked away by the linebacker. 3rd and goal. And Trainer's open. 3rd straight week with a touchdown for the young tight end. And he's not starting over Parson. He's just getting a lot more playing time for some reason right now. Don't really know why, but I think we'll take it. The PAT is up and good. Nice 12th play. 5-minute drive right there. And Washington takes over. Now trailing. This is Berry with his best run so far today. First down on the first play from scrimmage. And now right back to him. But 2 defenders there, Levy and Vance, ready for it. Just shy of their own 40, sticking with the ground game. 3rd down coming up. They need 4 yards. Good protection for Cabrera, and he can just dump it off for Patterson for the first down. He'll stay in and get the carry now. Gain of 5 more. From the 46. Barry doesn't have much room. Really good job against this run defense so far. Been going to a lot of runs, but we have really been there on most of them. But through the air, Cabrera now 5 for 7. We've taken plenty of time off the clock here on this possession. Caught on the slants. Weathersby hauls that one in. Under half of the quarter left. Right back to the same exact play. Weathersby, another slant route catch. And that will move the sticks for Washington. They bring 4 on first down, and they complete it to the tight end. That is their backup tight end. I think his last name was Livingston. And they get the first down up to the 10-yard line with Barry. 3 yards per so far with 10 runs. Number 11 doesn't go anywhere. In fact, he lost a yard. Carlos Ruiz, his second TFL. Trying to keep the Commanders out of the end zone. Trying to cut it back on the outside. Nowhere to go for Barry. Great job. 3rd and 10. From the 10. Cabrera facing pressure and taken down. It's Brian Stewart. Gonna have to step up here with Warren Terry and Quincy Basley both missing time. We hold them to a field goal. They have yet to reach pay dirt here in the first half. The field goal is up and good from Cunningham. And it's a 1-point ball game. We got 2 minutes to go and all 3 timeouts to potentially tack on a few more to our lead before the break. Starting over the middle, it's David Jackson with a huge gain up inside their 45-yard line. Jesse Wagner now 10 for 12 here in the game, has not really missed a throw until now. I spoke too soon. Good Lord. From the 42. Pressure coming. The pass is complete. Stoudemire up to the 36-yard line. It's enough for field goal range. It's pretty much the target line for Douglas. And we're going to have a field goal. Jackson could not get across the line to gain. So on 4th and 2, out comes the rookie. The kick is up, and it's good to make it 10-6, but it's not halftime yet. There's still 34 seconds and 2 timeouts for the Commanders. They're going to start through the air. A screen for Barry. It goes for 7 yards, up to the 30-yard line. They burn their first timeout. Cabrera scanning, dumping it off. And Barry across the 35. Now they're out of timeouts. 22 seconds left to go here in the first half. Deep drop back. Cabrera facing pressure, and he's taken down by Raheem Finch. His first sack here today. And that will end this first half. Their drive goes nowhere. And the Rams hold on to a 10-6 lead at the break. No touchdowns allowed. The offense hasn't done a whole lot with Trevor Offord out so far in this game, but got to play some better second half offense, and we will come out on top if that is the case. What about the rest of the league at halftime? The Cardinals at 2-6 are leading the 2-7 Dolphins, hoping to get themselves back in the win column. And then the 7-1 Giants facing the 1-7 Eagles, and they are trailing by 10 as they approach the break. Meanwhile, the 7-2 Cowboys beat the 2-8 Niners 28-25. The Niners have fallen off the map. The Cowboys have kind of revitalized their org with Steven Tobias as their main franchise guy. It's actually J.J. Barry. I keep calling him Joel, but it's J.J. Barry. They will start with the ball here in the second half, so it was a good job for us not to allow any extra points to close it on that last drive. Starting from their 20, caught by Pollard up to the 28-yard line. Cabrera only 2 incompletions so far in this one. He'll keep it on second down for the first. It's the first time they've used the option so far in this game. Now they hand it off. J.J. Barry goes for 7. He's still been relatively wrapped up, and now he's going backwards. Daniel Levy, unblocked, easy tackle. That brings up 3rd down. Can the Rams get off the field? Cabrera going backwards, and he's taken down. Brian Stewart once again. His 2nd sack here in this one. He's been a pretty solid player for us. Like last year too, he had a couple of sacks off the bench. So, really solid depth piece right there. And he is showing up here in this game. Now we've got Stoudemire down the field. Over the middle for a huge gain to open our drive. We're already inside their 40-yard line and within field goal range with that Demarius Allen run. Harry Keeson once again got the start, but Allen still gets more carries. He fakes out a defender here. Now we're inside the red zone. Back-to-back really good runs by Allen. He'll stay in the game. He gets the carry, but Avila blocks any path he had to get a 1st down. About half of the quarter left to play. Wagner, incomplete. Achane can't hang on. I thought that was caught for a moment. Now 3rd and 10. Deep drop back. Wagner facing pressure, and he's going down. Quinnen Williams, the former Jets, one of their big additions here these last couple of years on this defense. And they hold us to a long field goal from 49. It's up and good from the rookie, who still has yet to miss this season. The Commanders take over from the 31-yard line. Levy now in the zone. Barry finds some room and gains around 6. Next play. Barry tries to bounce it outside. There's nothing there. They need 3 yards here on 3rd down. We're showing pressure. We back off. Cabrera links up with Weathersby for a 1st down. Now he's 12 for 14 passing. I'm so used to our defense batting down passes like that. That's got to be a pick, though. George Vance, the NFL's INT leader, drops that one. That was a gimme right there for a pick 6. Instead, it's going to stay with Washington. But as I was saying, I'm so used to our defense batting down passes, creating pass breakups and coverage. We have not done that at all in this game, besides that one George Vance drop. All 3 incompletions otherwise have been misses from Cabrera, just like that one right there. And it leads to a field goal. They still have yet to reach the end zone, but there's still plenty of time left. It's only a 4-point lead, just like at halftime. Got to put some points on the board here. We start on the ground. Demarius Allen, another good run. Up to 34 yards on 5 gimmies. This is caught. David Jackson, he's got daylight. He's inside the 10 and he's gone. Touchdown Rams. I said it before and I'll say it again. He's a big play machine. Over the middle pass, and he just splits the safeties, and he's gone. What a huge play to extend our lead to 11 with only 90 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. David Jackson showing off that potential #1 receiver ability. But it's not over yet. We thought we had a 2-score game. We still might, but the Commanders return it with their backup running back Patterson all the way to the Rams 23. I don't know what is going on here with our special teams on these kickoffs lately, but it's happening way too much. And now, the Commanders have life. They're already in field goal range and just outside of the red zone. Good pocket for Cabrera. It's dumped off. 3rd down and long coming up. From the 20-yard line. Over the middle. 1st down to Patterson. The Commanders are going backwards, though, with this false start. It's going to make it 1st and 15 from the 15. Essentially 1st and goal. Pitch out to Barry, but there's nothing there. Loss of 2. Big play that time by Daniel Levy, who obviously got that huge 5-year contract extension. And that will end this 3rd quarter. Rams up by 11, but the Commanders are threatening here in the red zone. They'll open from the 17-yard line here in the 4th quarter. Play fake. Out to Pollard. He hauls it in, but steps out of bounds to bring up 3rd and 9. And the defense get a stop here on 3rd down. Cabrera has a clean pocket and a man in the end zone. It's Gordon Hoover. And just like that, the Commanders have made this quite the ball game. And to make it a 3-point game, they're going to go for 2. They hand it off. Patterson dives in for the 2-point conversion. It is 17-20. And we cannot punt the ball away here. Got to score on this drive. We start from our 23. Pretty much the full quarter left to play. David Jackson gets the carry now for 17 yards. Good run for him. Next play. Wagner has got plenty of time. He's going to send it down the field for the end zone. It's broken up. Jackson the targets. Mabin the breakup to bring up 2nd down. Over the middle, David Parsons been held in check here in this game. Very quiet performance. Finally makes a grab here to bring up 3rd down, but Wagner had no chance. Crosby unblocked off the edge. How many times have we seen unblocked sacks allowed? It's been way too much. The drive stalls because of the sack, and the Commanders have a chance to tie or take the lead with 8:21 left to go and counting. Starting through the air with the screen. Nice play by the receiver to move the chains. From the 31, sticking with the air, but going down, it's Candidate on the sack. Our 4th on the day, and it's a big one, a 14-yard loss. Will that be a drive-killing play? Maybe not. Pollard gains 8. Long way to go on 3rd down for Washington, and they hand the ball off. Wow. That is the 2nd time they have done that on 3rd and long in this game. And they pretty much just give up on the drive. So the sack does essentially end it. We take over. 6 to play. Still leading. On the ground, Allen slips through a couple of tacklers and finds the 1st down marker. Been really sought after. His first 2 runs were not very solid. Crosby is there. He's in the zone, and now Allen's hurt. Injury number 7 for us. We're missing 6 players coming in, and none of whom are really IR eligible. Now we're going to miss our running back, but Perry Kaysen checks in and runs for a 1st down. 13 yards on that run. From the 45. Floated and caught for the 1st down. Just inside Commanders territory. Morgan Stoudemire, some pretty heavy involvement here in this one. And now there's a penalty flag down. Jackson the targets. They're going to say it's pass interference on the offense. David Jackson called for PI on just a simple 50-50 ball. And now we lose 10 yards. We're back inside our own half. 1st and 20. Wagner gets rid of it, but had pressure coming from 2 angles. And all of a sudden, it's pretty much like we got sacked, and we're in a bit of a hole here. 2nd and 20, and we're not going to get anything there. 3rd and 19. After all that, the penalty might wipe away this whole drive. Under 3.5 to go. 19 yards for a 1st down, and we tried to go for a screen, but just couldn't get the play off. Wow. The Commanders take over. Down by 3. Can the defense give us one last stop here? Cabrera taken down. It's Gerald Ricard for a loss of 9. So he's filling in for Quincy Basnights. That's our 5th sack here in this ball game. 2nd down and 19. That is going to go nowhere. Darius Richards with a great tackle in the open fields. Haven't forced any turnovers so far. Can we get one here? Not quite. Dotson just got completely laid out. They need 12 yards on 4th down. The 35-yard line will be enough. Cabrera down the field, and he overthrew his receiver who had his man beat. If he connects, that's a touchdown. We're so lucky. And we take over at the 22-yard line. They still have all 3 timeouts. On the ground, it's Demarius Allen for 4 yards. They burn their first. Up to the 18-yard line. Gonna give it to him again, but in the backfield, it's Quinnen Williams on the tackle for a loss of yardage. 3rd down and 9. We're gonna throw it and not milk the clock, and that could have been picked off. We're so freaking lucky that was not intercepted. Why do we not just run the ball on 39? We saw this exact same thing in our very last game. We threw the ball on 3rd down inside the red zone, up by only 1 score. And when we could have just smoked the clock. The Commanders have a chance. 1:35 to go and 1 timeout. They start through the air. 4 yards on that play. You have to go no huddle to save time. Trips top of your screen. Rams bring 4. Cabrera has a man wide open. It's Weathersby up inside our 35. What in God's name just happened there? Up to our 32. A touchdown is the only score they can really get. There's a flag down. They get the first from Barry up the sideline. And it's roughing the passer. Tack on 15 to the end of the play. They're up to our 11-yard line already. In under 1 minute. They got 45 seconds left. It's stumped off for Barry. Tackled at the 10. Only 1 yard. Cabrera 25 for 31. Still hardly no pass breakups for us in this game. We need some here to win this one. 2nd and 9. Cabrera dumps it again. Levy a nice tackle. No gain there. 20 seconds to go. 3rd down. They have 2 plays left to score. 2 plays. Cabrera has a clean pocket in the end zone. It's caught. It's Gordon Hoover for his 2nd touchdown here in the 4th quarter. They've tied the game, and the PAT will give them the lead with 16 seconds left. In this game, it's up and good from Cunningham. And we've blown an 11-point 4th quarter lead. And even more time's going to come off the clock here. We have 12 seconds. All 3 timeouts to get in field goal range and win this game. Wagner just dumps it off for Parson. That took off half the clock. We have 6 seconds left. We have to throw it, and we just stump it off again. Trainer can't get out of bounds in time, and the game is over. The game is over. And we have lost our first game this season in absolutely horrible fashion. How did we just blow that? We did everything possible to lose this game, except for our quarterback. How do we lose when our quarterback plays that well? I've got no words. Outscored 15-3 in the 4th quarter. They had no touchdowns prior to that. It's going back to what this defense did so many times a couple years ago. They just collapsed in the 4th quarter, allowed 2 touchdowns. That big kick return was a huge play as well in the fourth quarter. That set up their first touchdown. And we lose. I have a feeling that if we don't have 6 injuries to starters in this game, we probably make a few more plays, which might change the outcome. To top it off, we don't get the upgraded X Factor for our quarterback. And after all this great quarterback play, we still lose the game. And now we're 8-1. Our GM wants us to take a look at Antonio Blackshear here in the draft class. And so we're going to. Got to consider running back in this next draft because I'm not so sure that Allen and Kaysen are the answers for the future for this team. I think they're just a good option for us this season. But Blackshear here is a receiving back. He's got some solid attributes. So we'll see about him. But about the quarterbacks, if we're still thinking about going quarterback in the draft, we do now know the talents for a lot of these top 5 guys, including Sean Lewis, who is a round 1 and 2 talent. The strong arm guys are both between rounds 1 and 3, while Kevin Triplett is only a round 3 to 4 talent. And I thought he was the best quarterback of the bunch, especially via their physicals and their accuracies, but I guess the injury and the stiff arm and the awareness are all pretty low, so that could be bringing down his overall rating. He's probably like a 70 overall instead. But hopefully, maybe hidden dev, but he's not a first-round guy any longer. Sean Lewis could be a first-round option. Great to elite throw power. Not sure how much that actually impacts the actual throw power metric, but he's got some solid ratings. Nothing crazy, really. So we're going to use the focus scouting on Blackshear, quarterback Brennan to get his talent revealed, and then on the receiver Daniel Waters, who I think is my top receiver in the draft. But then we lose 2 straight games. We lose against the 6-4, now 7-4 Chiefs, and we once again blew a fourth quarter lead, allowing us to get outscored 10-0 in the fourth to lose by 3 against their rookie quarterback. He was a late first-round draft pick, and now the Chiefs are 3 games over 500, and we have lost 2 straight games by 4 points total, and this was because our kicker missed 2 field goals in this game. His first 2 missed kicks all year long come in this game. We lose by 3, and now our only injured player is Trevor Offord, but the injuries already did their damage. They've done their damage. We've lost 2 straight games because of them, and because of our kicker all of a sudden missing 2 kicks, neither of which was blocked. And look at this right here. I've never seen a round 1 quarterback have undrafted talent. I've never seen this. So I'm not going to be taking Nicholas Brennan at all, folks, because his accuracies suck. His overall is probably like a 63 or something. And of course, the game was trash, so did not work for Blackshear or Waters. They're both still at 75%. And I guess we just won't get their full talents revealed. So that's great. But to end the episode, our biggest question now, after Trevor Offord's contract has been decided, now it's Jesse Wagner's turn. Is he worth the contract that he wants? He's having a career season across the board. He would want, well, I guess right now the base offer is $232 over 5 years, $46 million per year on average. But with the interest level being so low, it will probably take a lot more to convince him to sign. So even if we want to bring him back, it's going to cost us more than it would for really any other team. We have to keep this in mind. So right now, I am considering potentially franchise tagging Wagner, drafting a quarterback, and then seeing what happens next year. That would pretty much be the same thing as if I were to accept his 5th-year option, which I declined last year. So we'll see what happens, but he wants a lot of money, and it's gonna take even more from us to get a deal done.